Mike Bradley. Mike Bradley says, I was using the shopping list to build out a tiny whoop setup. I didn't see anything on there for linear antenna. Interesting. In case you guys don't know, my website is fpvknowitall.com. fpvknowitall.com. And it's home of the Ultimate FPV shopping list, which has basically just suggested parts and discussion in different categories. So if we go to the Tiny Whoop page, actually Aaron Ciotti moderates this page because he is a Tiny Whoop expert. And the way we approached this page is we approached this page by giving you suggestions for builds, freestyle build, etc. And most of the time, Ciotti's opinion is that if you're building a tiny whoop, the right thing to do is to buy a pre-build, buy a bind and fly, and then upgrade it, rather than buy individual components and build it together. It's just so much more expensive, and you're going to end up buying some of the same, like pretty much the flight controller is what you're buying when you buy the bind and fly. And the canopy, maybe the frame. So he recommends starting with the Mob 6, but he doesn't have a suggestion for a linear antenna. What he recommends is the short UFL antenna. Let's see, full tilt race build. And here again, he recommends this antenna. So I don't know. Ciotti is pretty firm that he doesn't want to use a linear antenna. If you did want to use a linear antenna, we're going to assume you have a UFL connector. But like, yeah, as Your Majesty points out in the Discord, the small antenna is lighter than many linear antennas. So if you wanted one, I would just do UFL linear antenna 5.8 gigahertz, and I could probably, yeah. So like, I mean, that's what you're going to get if that's what you're looking for. I would just search for that and buy it anywhere I found it. But the reason you don't see it on the website is because Ciotti, and I defer to him on most things Tiny Whoop, he thinks the circulars are really the way to go.